Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday night stream. I am Crack the Sky. It's a pleasure to have you here with me tonight. Speaking of Crack the Sky, let's crack this beer. Comfy ASMR streamer dude just cracks beers open the whole time. Wouldn't that be awesome? I don't know. If y'all pay me enough, I can just do a stream where it's just crack a beer, drink it, crack a beer, drink it, and that'll be my ASMR challenge. So, it is virtual novel night. It's the second night that we're doing this. Hope you guys are ready to continue the story. Highway Blossoms. When we last left our lovely girls, they were getting ready to go on their treasure hunting adventure. As a reminder, we have Amber and we have Marina. We have Amber in my usual voice, and then Marina is in this voice. I'm looking forward, or maybe I'll play around with Marina's voice a little bit more. I'm looking forward to, because as those of you who've been paying attention, I've finally figured out the issues with my mic, so I will be able to hopefully enunciate and do the voices better than we've been doing. So hopefully, fingers crossed on that. Editing something right quick. Fuck. Screwed something up with the camera. Damn it all to hell. I'm an idiot. You'd think I'd learned to do this shit before I start the stream, but I never do, so fuck it. Alright. Ooh, no, I like that. Okay. Alright, we're modifying that a little, because it turns the light down a little. The lighting that I have in this room is just so terrible. Because, like, when we bought the house, there's one shitty ceiling fan in here, and then there's, like, this reading light that's got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 individual bulbs, and you can, like, organize them in a different way, like, as you need them, but it's, like, streaming on me and above me, and just makes for really shitty lighting. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we've got Amber, which I'm going to be doing in my normal voice, or a little bit higher pitched, maybe. And then we've got Marina, and then she's going to be my traditional Moe Kyun anime girl voice. Don't clip that. For the love of God, don't clip that. Moe Kyun. God. Sparavi's gonna come in here and he's gonna demand I call him Oni-chan again. And it's gonna be fun. Sorry, just pulling up my Stream Deck. So speaking of stream, I'm pulling up the chat window on my phone just to make sure I have it. And so I'm thinking about picking up a Stream Deck. I want to know if anybody else has one, if you're a streamer as well, if you've got one. Hit me up, let me know. And then we will just a Stream Deck seems cool. And I mean, they're on sale on Amazon right now for like $100. Just the Elgato one. I just think they're cool. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. When we last left off, Amber and Marina had just fallen asleep. We had just finished, the prologue. And I panicked thinking that was just the end of the game because it brought up the title screen. And I was like, oh god, oh fuck, that can't be the end, that can't be the end. But it wasn't. So, here we are. Let's get into it. Most people imagine Indian reservations as tucked away slices of heaven. Maybe some pocketed oasis of vibrant greens and flowing water in what is otherwise a wasteland. Those people are wrong. The Navajo Reservation is as sandy and barren as the rest of the desert, and its 22,475 miles is neither green nor fun-sized. Not that I hate it. The miles of faded highways sped past me, blending together with the sand that stretches out to far-off ridge mountains. Like there's a rhythm to it all. Behind me, Marina still stretched out on the fold-out bed, cuddling a pillow substitute for her blanket that's long since fallen off the bed. My old gym clothes are a little small for her, the shorts only reaching halfway down her thighs. But hey, I'm not complaining. Soon we're rolling into town, its jagged namesake peeking over the horizon, Shiprock. The town itself is typical for this desert, nothing fancy like a high-rise, just a whole lot of plain shacks sitting on top of gravel, painted, worn beiges and browns. From behind me, there's a light, almost fluffy yawn. I wonder how that bundle of joy handles mornings. Morning! Oh, hey, you're finally awake. Fucking Todd. Oh, hey, you're finally awake. Uh-huh. She yawns again and thumps back against the bed. Guess she's not a morning person. There's still some Oh, wow, is that Shiprock? I take it back. Marina rushes behind me and grabs the backs of the seats, her eyes sparkling. It's huge. I can't believe we can see it from so far away. On closer expansion, my clothes are way too tight for her. My poor shirt is being stretched to its limit. Of course, this doesn't seem to bother her at all. I don't know if I'm more embarrassed for myself or for her. Well, we've got to get moving now, so go get dressed or whatever. Sure thing. She scampers off to the back, finally giving me room to breathe as I make my way to the driver's seat. Till I accidentally glance in the rearview mirror. In the middle of the motorhome, Marina slips out of her pajamas and into her regular clothes. Jeez, bathroom's right there. Adjust the mirror and try my hardest to stay focused on anything else I can look at. Fully dressed, Marina pops back up beside me and settles into the passenger seat. The desolate road continues until suddenly, as if out of nowhere, we're greeted by a line of cars, RVs, buses, and every other kind of vehicle under this blazing sun. All lumped together, stacked one on top of the other, side by side, every single one blasting their horns. What? Whoa, you think this is because of the treasure? I grit my teeth and flop back down in my seat. I can only pray these are tourists, and I was the only one dumb enough to humor this scam. We're soon assimilated into the traffic jam. Slowly, the motorhome inches forward, but we finally reach the front. A whole new monster awaits us. Laid out on the dirt, barely in the shadow of the looming mountain, is a giant cluster that only can be described as such. Campers, tents, tarps, booth, you name it. A chaotic horde of people crowded around the unorganized mess. I cringe at the very sight of it. Actually, no, I'm going to keep the music. I'm in hell. Marina pushes her face up against the window in awe of the sheer insanity. I don't think I've seen this many people since the concert. Oh gosh, she's gonna break from the overstimulation. A choir of horns serenade us from behind. Groaning, I pull over and squeeze the motorhome into the nearest available space, stuffed tightly between everything else. Backing out is gonna be a real pain. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find that treasure. Marina sits up and Marina sits up and nearly leaps out of the car, but I grab her wrist and pull her back into the seat. Just hold on a second. Her enthusiasm fades. Oh, that's right. You were only going to drop me off and leave. Sorry, but I'm going to stick around a bit longer. For real? She starts sniffling. You're so nice to me, Amber. I think I might cry. Hold it in. We gotta think of a game plan first. Okay. Marina returns to her usual happy-go-lucky self while I grimace at the chaos outside. If I suspend my belief and assume the treasure is real, where would we even start? We don't even have any equipment. Guess we might as well start by checking out the place. I'm the first to make my way out into the sea of people. My nose is assaulted with the smells of campfires and BO masked in suntan lotion. Smells like a tourist, alright. Marina finishes her run around the motorhome and huddles close to me, her eyes still wide with wonder, but far less gung-ho than before. Two of us make our way through the makeshift campground, following a guardrail that's been set up to separate the visitors from the rock. All the while, we pass different scenes starring all sorts of people. A news anchor elbowing nosy hecklers out of the way while she tries to report. Men on top of motorhomes and lawn chairs strumming away on guitars. Even vendors have set up shop here, selling overripened fruit from their booths. Marina is speechless, looking on in overwhelmed curiosity and hovering so close I keep tripping over her. I'm half expecting her to grab onto one of my belt loops. I'm surprised. I pegged her to be pretty good with crowds.
Please stay behind the guardrail. I repeat, please stay behind the guardrail.
A booming voice shouts over the crackling of the megaphone. Pushing through the crowd, we're shoved into a part of the crowd that's mobbing by an opening in the guardrail. Oh shit, a raid! Hell yeah! Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for coming out and hanging out. My comfy anime girl stream. They're barred from advancing by a lone man, standing on top of a folding chair, clutching his megaphone like a shotgun. Stay behind the guardrail. Please be considerate of the Navajo land. What's going on? Not sure. I think the sun reflects off the truck behind it. I squint my eyes at the words printed on the side. Navajo Parks and Recreation. This could get nasty. Maybe they're moshing. People did that at the concert. Just, what the hell kind of concert did you go to? Wait a second. In the back of the mosh, distant from the calamities, a familiar sight. Blonde hair, intertwined, running through a dark red bandana. What's wrong? Remember that loud chick from the gas station? A little. I was too busy with my slushie to really notice. Why? I think we just found our first lead. My voice trails off and I start towards the girl, pushing my way through the crowd. Amber, wait! Putting on my person mask, I take a breath and place my hand on her shoulder with a forced smile. For the last time. Oh shit, I gotta figure out what voice I was gonna. Thinking tomboy, but. For the last time, old man, I don't have any. Huh? She whips around, her eyes prepared for murder, but her features switch to standby mode as she realizes her mistake. Oh. Sorry, but didn't I see you at the convenience store earlier or yesterday? Oh yeah, that dump outside Roswell, right? Yeah, that was us. I'm Amber. The other girl is Marina. Marina waves. I extend my hand. The girl's eyes narrow, but eventually shakes it with a surprisingly strong grip. Mariah. Everyone here for the treasure? They'd be idiots if they weren't. Hey, what do you know? You were right, Amber. You say that like it's a good thing. You guys here for the gold too? Not sure why somebody would come out. Why else somebody would come out? She looks over the scenery and wrinkles her nose. To this place. The ray of sunshine next to me is looking for the gold. I'm just the ride. Step away!
Step away from the guardrail. You're all getting out of hand.
The horde presses in. The yelling grows louder. You aren't getting through, so I don't even know why. A can of beer flies through the air and cracks him in the forehead, the liquid running down his face. I'm trying to be quiet because the kids are asleep, but like, work with me. Yeah. Oh, come on! Navajo Parks and Recreation. They're trying to keep well-meaning treasure hunters from carving up the rock because of its religious significance. Doesn't surprise me. This is a Four Corners States. There's lots of stuff out here like that. I think it's sweet that they're trying to protect big old Shippy. Mariah stares at her, questioning her entire existence. But it's a rock. So? It's only good for postcards and carving big monuments. Why is it such a big deal if people want to look for treasure up there? Well, it's not going to make much of a difference either way. Why is that? You a non-believer? No, I'm just not a sucker. That's not very nice, Amber. Well, it's true. It's obvious that this is just an elaborate scam. Everyone got ripped off. Before I've even finished my sentence, a cocky, overgrown smile makes it onto Mariah's face, oozing with snide confidence. What if I told you I could prove the treasure is real? I'd say you're full of it. Does that mean the treasure is real? Like, honest to goodness real? Overwhelmed with excitement, Marina jumps up and down, all while Mariah gives a smug nod. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Oh, ye of little faith. I said I could prove it, didn't I? And how exactly are you gonna do that? Come back to my base, full of highly trained elite treasure hunters. Then I'll show you. Elite what now? Highly trained elite treasure hunters. I love her. I'm gonna marry her in that tummy. Right. Thanks, but no thanks. We'll pass. What? But why? Well, because you said we needed a game plan, right? It's the best chance we have right now. A terrifying amount of determination emanates from her as she forces an unwavering stare on me. Her gaze intensifies. I look down at my dusty shoes and I finally give in. Jeez, if it'll make you happy, I'll do it. Yay! She's really damn determined. I'll give her that much. But I'm not sure I could have said no. But this better be legit. Here, point to Mariah. I'm not in the mood to be jerked around today. Yeah, I'll keep my word. Hey, stop it! We look back at the crowd. The guardrails have toppled over and the crowd surge toward the man. I'm warning you, stay back. I have a megaphone. The crowd circles around the chair and topples it over, the man crashing down with it. We should probably scram. Way ahead of you. Sorry, it's really hot here in Texas, and I've had the house's AC up super high, and I'm sweating in my own house because we live in hell. So I apologize if I'm like breathing heavier or something, or sweaty and disheveled and all that good stuff. Sleek and lavish, Mariah's motorhome is like a mansion on wheels. It's chromy. Black paint is so fresh that you can practically smell the primer. Here we are. Base, sweet base. She throws the door open. Joe, Tess, buckle up. We have guests. Marina and I shoot each other an unsure glance, then enter the motorhome. Oh hey, did you finally manage to make some friends? Blow it out your ass, slacker. It's just as big as expansive on the inside, making my RV look like a toilet in comparison. It's definitely a luxury, unlike my Class C. Or at least, it would be a luxury motorhome if not for... Excuse me. Or at least, would be a luxury motorhome if not for the seemingly random decor. The wall is littered with posters of ska bands, the worst genre music. Okay, we gotta stop streaming because this bitch is gonna sit here and insult ska. Not on my watch. Love ska. Grew up, and by grew up I mean I listened to it all through high school. So if you like ska, shout out. Let me know on Twitter. Put it in your chat. Put it in the chat, your favorite ska band. Let's stick it to Mariah. Or not Mariah, Amber. Props to Mariah. The wall is littered with posters of ska bands, the worst genre of music. Even weirder are the license plates scattered everywhere. Some in boxes, some on the table, and some strung together like a wind chime. A beanbag in the corner and bottles of empty beer and liquor cast off on the ground. The place looks like more a frat pad than a base. An impression further aided by the guy sprawled out on the couch, his head wrapped in a bandana like Mariah's. Someone's feisty today. No luck with the treasuroid. Okay, hang on. I gotta settle on this guy's voice because I keep bouncing around. I did California and then it turned into Australia. Someone's feisty today. No luck with the Someone's feisty today. No luck with the treasure. Sorry, folks. Okay, maybe we'll just stick with Australian for now. And by Australian, I mean really, really shitty Australian. And then we'll just go from there. Someone's feisty today. No luck with the treasure, I take it? Okay, and that's fucking British. Yeah, bruh. Someone's feisty today. Someone's feisty today. No luck with the treasure, I take it? Yeah, no thanks to you. Hey now, me and Tess were holding down the fort. That's a very important... Me and Tess were holding down the fort. That's a very important job. Oh, yeah, we can go full... Okay, yeah, we're gonna go full Forrest Gump for him. He gestures at the cot above him. Hollow space under some cabinets. It looks like a row of cupboards used to be there, stripped out to make room for it. Lying on top of it is a little girl, facing the opposite direction, fiddling with something I can't make out. She's wearing another identical bandana. In that right, Tess? Tess gives us a barely existent nod and continues tinkering. Okay, so they're both going to have Texan Southern accents. I don't know what we're going to do with... Or Mariah, we'll just stick with basic-ass tomboy. Yeah. We'll go from there. See, what did I tell you? She been like this the entire time. Yep, she hasn't moved since you left this morning. It's kind of sad. Please don't think I haven't noticed you were on that couch when I left. Guilty as charged. I clear my throat, reminding them of our presence. Oh, right. This is my team. The lug who's become one with the couch is Joseph, and the squirt is my kid's sister, Tess. Joe, Tess, this is Alyssa and Melina. Amber and Marina. Whatever. They're looking for the treasure too. Hey there, ladies. I can only hope this highly trained, elite team are hidden in the bathroom. Hi, I'm Marina. It's nice to meet you. Marina jumps in front of me, taking hold of the conversation by its throat. The other girl's Amber. Say hi, Amber. Hi. Don't mind her. She's just grumpy. Not grumpy. You sound pretty grumpy to me. I groan and start muttering nonsense under my breath. Didn't think being a realist would make me grumpy. She doesn't think the treasure exists. Uh-oh. Mariah, we got a non-believer in our midst. Why do they keep saying that? What do you think I brought her here? If you think you'll be able to convince me that the treasure's real, then fine. But you've got another thing coming. Come on, where's your sense of adventure? Back in my motorhome. We can take you and your sense of adventure back to Carlsbad if you want. No thanks. Carlsbad, California? New Mexico. Rolling her eyes, Mariah walks over to a drawer. From the inside, she pulls out something wrapped in cloth and brings it to me. Go ahead, take a peek. Her smirk reappears, curling across her face, as if this were a game and there were no way she could lose. Hesitant, I bring my hand to the rag and unwrap it. What? No. Is this? That's right. Lying swaddled in the cloth is a yellow nugget. Give it a squeeze. It's soft. Definitely not a piece of pyrite. It's gold! But how? You know the miner who hid the treasure? It's Joseph's great-great-uncle. You're lying. I can testify for that. It's true. Thing's a family heirloom. More like it was lying forgotten in my basement until we stumbled across it as kids. After that, I heard great tales of the miner and its hidden treasure. She went to the library and found an old newspaper clipping making fun of him. Then, I made it my life's goal to find his treasure. She's been obsessed with it ever since. Help. That's a load. I saw you at the store yesterday. If you knew so much about the treasure, why'd you have to buy one of those journals? Another side of my family probably got the journal after he kicked it. We didn't hear about it until everyone else did. This doesn't prove anything. Mariah shoots me a scowl, similar to the look she gave the clerk yesterday. What are you trying to say? Says? Tess finally moves down, hopping from her cot, another license plate wind chime in her hand, the plates clinking together as she runs over to Mariah. Sis, I finished it. She says this without a hint of emotion, her eyes constant, half-open state. It's kind of unsettling. How many is that now? 44? 45? Marina bends down to Tess's level and greets her. Oh, are you collecting license plates? Uh-huh. I only have 5 more until I have all 50 states. What states do you have there? New Mexico? Her voice and expression don't change, still dry as the desert air. Mariah scoffs. I swear to God, we're going to find out that they have her car, and I'm going to laugh my ass off. At least yesterday was a complete waste of time. That junker was a piece of crap. Wait a second. All the parts were rustier than my ass. Even the scrap metal wasn't worth it. Just be thankful we found it. We'd be busted if I hadn't salvaged the good bit. Besides, that money's going to keep us from starving. Look at Marina, but she doesn't seem to have put it together. About that car that you found, it wasn't outside of Roswell, was it? Marina's eyes go wide, realization finally penetrating her skull. Yeah, not too far from the store. What do you care? I can feel my blood beginning to boil. Marina can feel it too. Amber? 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 Every part of me is shaking. I struggle to spit out the words. Her car was stolen outside of Roswell yesterday. It was out of gas, so we went to get some. Joseph's the next to realize it, followed by Tess. Oh, crap. So? I can't hold it anymore. I'm sorry, Marina. So, you stole her car and dismantled it. Joseph jumps off the couch and apologetically bows repeatedly, all in one swift motion. Each bow makes me angrier and makes me a little bit angrier. Joey said it was okay. I thought it was. Mariah gave the go-ahead. You told them it was all right. Yeah, so it's your own fault for leaving it out there. How on earth is it our fault that it broke down? You know. Finders keepers. The freaking car! Tess tugs on my shirt. What? I don't mean to, but the word snaps out of my mouth. The tiny girl shrinks away. All right, Amber, just calm down. We can talk this out. Here. She holds out the wind chime made of Marina's license plate, her eyes cast downward. You can have it. Never mind. Calming down just isn't gonna happen. Hand grasps my shoulder. I turn to Marina. She shakes her head and smiles. Amber, it's okay. But really, it's fine. She bends back down to Tess and smiles reassuringly. You go ahead and keep it, sweetie. The trio, Mariah included, are taken back by Marina's saint-like reaction. Don't worry, guys. It's fine. Joseph breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, God, thank you so much. We're all really sorry about this, right, Mariah? Yeah, I guess. About as fed up with it as I am, Joseph shoots her a glare and smacks her on the back of the head. All right. Sorry and stuff. Marina, are you sure they destroyed your car? Yeah, but it was pretty run down anyway. You're unreal. You know that? Anyway, we should head out for now. We have a few things to take care of. Thanks for showing us the gold. Now I'm sure the treasure's real. No problem, ladies. Again, really sorry about all the trouble. If there's anything we can do for you, just give us a shout. Sure thing. We head for the door, but Marina turns around before stepping outside. By the way, was there a phone? Was there a phone in the car? The pink Heisel? Yeah, that's the one. We kind of sold that too. Feels like the page is staring back at me. In fact, at this point, probably is. My gaze drifts from the journal to the window by the entrance. Marina's outside, twirling the payphone's cord as she pops in another quarter. Wow, some boomer ass shit. Payphone. She bites her lips and looks through the window. Our eyes meet, and she sends me a small, anxious wave. Closing the book, I let out a yawn and remove my head from my fist. I'm sure there's a red imprint on my cheek. Figuring out we had to go to Shiprock was the easy part. Everything else has been a gigantic pain in the ass. There's a rush of precious cold air getting sucked from the building. Marina enters, carefully shutting the door and taking the seat opposite me in the booth. So, how'd it go? It went fine, I guess. Your parents are okay with all this? Maybe not okay. Smile creeps onto her face, but they understand. At least someone gets it, because I sure don't. They weren't happy about the car, though. I think you're the only person who was. How could it be? Mariah showed us the treasure's real. Wait, no, hang on, back. How couldn't I be? Mariah showed us that the treasure's real. You're going to believe the people who stole your car. It was an accident. They didn't mean to. Besides, they're nice. Before I can argue further, our waitress emerges from the kitchen, carrying our order. Hot black coffee for me, milkshake for Marina, a large order of fries for us both. Marina's eyes brighten at the sight of the shake. Like with the slushy, her sweet tooth takes control of her, and she practically starts drooling over the glass. Hang on, I got a question. I gotta look at something right quick. We're gonna save right quick. Because I'm gonna look at something right quick. Extras. Okay, yeah. Amber's grandpa's favorite tape, and now it's her favorite. I guess that means it's my favorite too, since it's so important to Amber. I was even lucky to hear some of it live at the festival we went to together. What? Buying the slushie was the first nice thing Amber ever did for me. Well, second, since she gave me a ride there. It's cola flavored, since they never had that flavor in my hometown. This belongs to Joe, but Mariah is the one who spends the most time thinking about it. I guess it's an old family heirloom. It's how Mariah says she knew about the treasure before anyone else. One of Tess' most treasured possessions. She collects license plates and puts them like this. She said that someday she'll give me one of the wind chimes to keep. It's an old ass Texas license plate, but yeah. Amber and I ate this at the diner together. She thought I was weird for dipping my fries in my milkshake. I didn't know. She didn't know that everyone does that. Interesting. Huh. Hope this isn't spoilers. I'm sure it is, though, in case you were wondering, or in case you didn't know that these anime girls weren't going to fall in love. Sorry. Okay, we'll get back to it. Marina's eyes brighten at the sight of the shake. Like the slushy, her sweet tooth takes control of her, and she practically starts drooling over the glass. With a nod, the waitress disappears back in the kitchen. Thanks for the food, by the way. Well, it's not like I really had a choice. I could hear your stomach from the driver's seat. Wasn't about to let you starve to death on my watch. Plus, I was getting pretty hungry, too. Amazingly, Marina didn't freak out at the side of the diner like she has everything else so far. I was genuinely shocked I didn't hear a gasp of awe escape her mouth as we pull up. Hey, Amber, why don't you get a shake too? Coffee and fries don't really go together, don't you think? I'm fine. I don't really like sweet things. But it's super good, especially when you dip your fries in it. She takes several of the fries and does just that, dipping them in the shake like it was ketchup or mustard. That's silly. I can do the same thing with my coffee. Taking a fry, I duck it into my coffee and take a bite out of it. That sounds terrible. Why would you do that? That was a bad idea. Grimacing, I place the rest of the fry on the napkin as I try to cope with the cold chill and sulfury aftertaste. Maybe it would work better if you put creamer in it. Somehow I doubt that. Besides, it just ruin the coffee. I don't know how you can dream it without creamer or at least a little bit of sugar. It's so bitter. It's an acquired taste. You find flavor in the bitterness. That's why I think it's weird that you drink something like that. How do you mean? I don't know. Her brow furrows deep in thought. You always seem so yes and no about stuff. If you like something, then you do. If you don't like something, then you don't. You're losing me, Mare. What did Mom used to tell us when we didn't listen to her? Oh yeah. Basically, you have a really thick head, Amber. I nearly spit the coffee out of my mouth. Gee, thanks. Or was it a thick skull? Whatever, you know what I mean, right? Think so? Maybe? It wasn't really an acquired taste for me now that I think about it. Maybe I've always liked the bitterness. Maybe I just convinced myself that I did. I don't... Is that a bad thing? Just like in Mariah's RV, Marina shakes her head and gives me a sweet, genuine smile. I don't think so. I actually really like it. It reminds me of Ship Rock. A warm, tickling sensation bubbles up in my chest. It forces me to smile, but I play it off all cool and breezy-like. I remind you of a rock? You shouldn't say that kind of thing. People might think they're insults. Satisfied with how I played that off, I reach for a fry to reward myself. But instead of hot, crispy goodness, something smooth brushes against my fingertips. I gaze down at the plate of fries. Mariah's hand, for a split second, rests below mine. We instinctively snap back. Marina's face is a bright shade of pink, and mine is probably similar. Sorry. The room feels 10 degrees hotter now. We try to reestablish contact eye contact, but our glances shoot off in the other directions as soon as we meet. Hey, Amber? I managed to compose myself long enough to look back. You said something about bills and expenses last night? I don't know what you mean exactly by that, or what it is you have to pay off, but since we know the treasure's real now, I was wondering, maybe you might think about sticking around longer to look with me? We could split it or something. Well, first off, we don't know if it's actually real. Mariah could be pulling our leg. Coffee's mostly gone. All that's left is a puddle and a few stray grounds. Think about it, though. Really? Said I would think about it. Don't get too excited just yet. I won't. I just think it'd be super cool. Marina flops her chin down and rests on the table. How's it going, anyway? Have you figured out where the first part of the treasure might be? No luck. It's not like the guy drew a map or anything. He just jotted down details of the places he went to. That and rambling about how awesome he was. Excuse me. Do you think Mariah was right? He hit it on top of old Shippy? Don't listen to Mariah, okay? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Think about it. How would he even scale the mountain? He was traveling solo on horseback. I doubt he would have the tools for it. And even if he did, I'm pretty sure he would have gone on and on about it in his journal. The puppy dog whine. Marina frowns. Are you sure he didn't mention anything else? Maybe something we didn't catch? Slid the book across the table over the leftover crumbs, stretching out my stiff joints as I rested against the booth. Take a look if you want. My eyes are gonna start bleeding if I read it again. The only thing he mentions are the rocks and the dikes around it. Oh. Excuse me. Marina forces herself to stare down at the plate, the blush from earlier reappearing. Oh? Oh. No, not like that. Still giggle. Teasing her is going to be a blast. I mean, the rocks that branch out from the mountains. That's what they're called. Huh? It's so simple, but it makes sense. I shoot up and throw down some money. Marina jumps at the sound of the table rattling. What's the matter? Did you figure out where it is? Maybe. At least the general area. At least a general area. March toward the door. Oh, excuse me. The table rattles again as Marina leaps up. She stays behind to straighten it out before scrambling to catch up with me. We're going now? Hell no. We're not. We don't have any equipment. But we know someone who does. Shove the door open, the last bastion of refreshing air in the burning dry heat. Come on, let's go cash in a favor. It sure was nice for Mariah and her friends to let us use some of their equipment. Only after that Joseph guy begged her to. Paused to look around. We decided to wait until nightfall and go look around some more. It's like an entirely different world once you get away from the insanity. Sorry. Quiet and calm. The only lights are the stars and the faint glow of the campground, the campers and motorhomes flickering in the distance. Marina fiddles with the metal detector's headphones, removing them halfway. Sorry, the beeping's loud. What was that? Forget it. I'm not playing that game. Just keep listening. Oh! Did you find something? I think so. It's over here. Set aside my shovel and throw myself on the ground, clawing at the sand. A shiny speck sticks out from the ground. I frantically dig it up. Is it the gold? It's a soda tab. Damn it, it's the 5th one. If we find any more, we can start making a curtain out of them. Sent the tab flying, speeding over the dikes. Maybe we should call it a night. I'm sure we can find it once we're fresh in the morning. No, this is no good. We can only do this now because Parks and Recreation isn't paying that much attention. Though, even now, someone's still guarding that area near the campground. I am so sorry, folks. Rocks give us some cover, and I don't think we'll be spotted, but we need to be careful. We'll keep looking for a little while. If we can't find anything, we might want to assume the worst. Her face wrenches with hopelessness. That somebody else found it? That it doesn't exist. It's like you've never even considered that it might not be real. But Mariah... Yeah, I know. I grab my shovel and swing it back over my shoulder. As we walk, we stay close to the mountain range as possible. Why are you so gung-ho about this anyway? If you're just in it for the cash, there are better ways to make money than dragging yourself around the desert. Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just... Her voice trails off. It hangs over us, never fully evaporating into the cool night air. It's okay. You don't have to feel like you have to tell me. We both have things we don't want to talk about. That's very clear. At least Marina doesn't swerve off the road so she can go pout. I just don't want to think about it. All I've been doing for the last month is thinking about it. I almost wish my brain would quit working so I wouldn't have to. So naturally, I take a long, lonely trip with nothing to do except think. Amber, it's happening again. Marina stops, hands quivering as she tightens her grip. I swear, if this is another soda tab... I don't think it is. The beeping is really loud and it's vibrating a lot. It's vibrating? Yeah, it feels weird. The metal detector hovers over the ground between the rock and the sand. I thrust my shovel into the spot, the metal scraping against the edge of the dike. Planting my foot in the shovel's head, I drive it further into the ground, using every ounce of my strength to dig. The first load of dirt and sand unclenches from the ground, loosening the earth around it. I throw the load aside and repeat the process. Each time, it's a little easier and a little lighter. Finally, the shovel strikes something hard, sending a shocking vibration through my hand and up my entire body. Bedrock? Shit. Bedrock? I haven't dug that deep. Dropping to my knees, I reach my hands in the hole and brush off the remaining dirt. Marina leans in. The sound of her anxiously swallowing is barely audible over my heavy breathing. My fingers brush against something. I gulp and pull out the hole's contents, a small, rotting wood box. My heart stops. Trembling, I open the box, leftover dirt falling into my lap. Gold. It exists? It exists! It exists! Marina yells at the top of her lungs, a yell so loud that it bounces off the mountain, echoing off to the horizon, then back again. Marina has been unleashed. Not so loud. They might hear us. She lowers her voice to an excited whisper, channeling her energy and bouncing up and down. But it exists! I told you it did. She's right. Despite being proven wrong, I can't help but smile. Here I thought it was going to be some plastic treasure chest with a coupon for chocolate milk inside of it, or something equally shameless and corporate. Amber! My only warning is a quick gust of wind. Before I even have a chance to brace it, I'm engulfed by Marina and her hug. What? It's real. I told you. I told you it was. I stopped for a second and then smiled. Yeah, you were right. It's real. Should we tell someone? What do we even do now? Honestly, I'm not sure. It's getting pretty late though. Let's pack it up for the night. We can think about what to do for this in the morning. For now, we can just marvel at the fact that it's not bogus. Sound like a plan? It does, but... She takes a deep, long breath, inhaling all of the air around and maybe even some of mine, then releases it all at once. It's actually really real! Marina, quiet! They're gonna hear us! A thunderous banging wakes me from my dead sleep, rattling the entire motor. Okay, so we're at an hour, and... Obviously, as you can tell, I'm pretty wiped. It's been a long day. And, so since this is starting a new chapter, we'll go ahead and call it here for the night. Thanks for hanging out with me. You could have been doing anything in the world, but you were hanging out with me, and I appreciate that. We'll be back again on Thursday with Throwback Thursday night. We're either going to keep working through Doom 64 or I'll find something similar. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do Dusk. I like Dusk. I don't know if it really fits the Throwback Thursday motif. Anything before 2000. Like, it has the aesthetic, but I don't know if it's proper. That's a weird thing to say. Not proper, but like, I don't know. I digress, though. We'll probably end up doing more Doom 64. And then Saturday will be open play. Sunday's open play. I'll do one of those 2 days. Hopefully both, but we'll see. And then I might be doing something with Spiravi and Array here on Friday. I'm going to keep that under wraps, though, because we're still in the planning stages, but I think we'll have it all figured out by Friday. So I will let y'all know on Twitter if we end up doing anything. Follow me on Twitter. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other visual novel suggestions. I've got a ton, but I can always take more. Why not? Even though it was just Steam Summer Sale and there were already a ton on sale and I only bought one. But if you've got any ideas for stuff that you think we should play, once we're done with this, let me know. In the meantime, I will see you when I see you. Take care.